Guys, the men are with you. I think you had something else too, I forget. What did you drag onto the ship?
But did I drag on the ship?
Yeah, one of you dragged something onto the ship, I forget.
What?
I can't remember.
Alright.
I know that, like, I talked about my vision, and then he Googled it, and in 2 seconds had an answer.
Welcome to Artificers.
You rolled really well.
Oh, I know. How does this machine work? Let me figure out. Done. This is how it works. What?
Pokes you with a
This is
stick.
literally Artificer's job.
Oh, I figured it out.
Touch. It does this. Like, how do you know?
I could sense the vibrations and could tell exactly which part was broken.
Great.
Artificer, I need to know what's wrong with this amulet.
It's cursed.
It's cursed.
How do you know it's cursed? It's always cursed.
Brings another item. Artificer, right, cursed.
Cursed. But I didn't. Cursed. You're cursed.
Wait, what?
Yep, totally cursed. $50. How much did you spell it? 25. Why is it so cheap? I cast it.
Instead
It's
of
not
casting
good.
identify.
Success as an Artificer.
Instead of
Someone walks
casting
in, curse the
identify,
item.
you bestow
It's
curse.
Just sigil the doorway, cast bestow curse. All it does is make you lose money. Cursed, you're cursed. I didn't know. I cursed you. What? $50. This is bullshit. Curses. Do not enter. He will curse you. Really? Curse? You cursed. I cursed you. This is bullshit. How do you stay in business? Curses.
How do you stay in business? Cursed.
I'm cursed. Who cursed you? I did. Why'd you curse yourself? I don't know.
I walked through the door and forgot about my sigil.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Where do you want to point your head?
What?
Where do you want to go?
Where are we going?
The black hole planet is... I don't remember...
Doesn't that have a cult following on it?
Yes!
That's right.
That's where
It's a
we're
planet.
going!
Being devoured by a black hole that has cultists on it.
No, it's not being devoured.
It's
Being
currently
passively
stable.
devoured by a black
Currently
hole.
It's stable.
It
It's
is
not being
stable.
actively devoured
It
by
is
a black
feeding
hole.
a black hole.
It is being passively devoured by a black hole.
Planet feeding a black hole.
Yeah. It is giving energy to the black hole.
It's
In
not
the
devouring.
form of matter.
It's still not devouring.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So depending how it
Not
goes, I
directly.
may or may not be executing people for heresy.
Heretic!
Shit!
Sing.
Black hole heretic. Fuck.
It's like,
You start watching me just fireball the shit out of everybody. You're just like, oh!
you get a fireball, you get a fireball, everybody gets a fireball!
What happens when you run out of fireballs? Oh,
I use the other one, the, what's called, the, I channel divinity, the Radiance of the Dawn, I use that.
Isn't it the same thing? No, wait, spell slots.
It's like,
I channel my god's powers to do what? Wave of flame!
just not
Good
wave,
call.
wave of flame, just a wave of very,
Wave of
very
flame?
bright light. That,
It singes things and burns them.
yeah.
That's
In a
flame.
godly way. In a godly way.
Fire.
That's still fire.
Does it deal?
Radiant damage.
But it's radiant fire.
It's holy fire.
Same difference.
Anyway, you log into your navigation computer and start your. I think I said it was 2 week or 3 week journey. It was a couple weeks.
Now I have to figure out what I'm actually gonna do for,
I regret every second of those couple of weeks as I fly the ship.
Are we gonna pretend to be Black Ops again?
I still look Black Ops.
You leap
I look like a normal person.
through the void heavy arguments over what temperature the ship should be.
Ah, yes, Miller's room.
Oh, fun.
It should be
I just
30.
sleep in the middle. It's like Mercury. One half too hot, one half too cold.
What is it in
Just
Celsius?
sleep on the border.
What is it in Celsius?
Actually, I have been sleeping in the cockpit for the last 3 weeks.
We just always think that you got up before us and went to bed after us.
Exactly. But I'm
We don't
always
realize
up
that you're
in the
just asleep.
cockpit. I just sleep in the chair.
So it should be
It's a very
negative
nice
17
chair.
degrees Celsius.
No.
Oh.
Negative 7.
What did you put in?
I'm
Is
sorry,
that
what?
erotic?
It should be at least 40 degrees Celsius.
Negative 17 or 17?
17.
What
One
temperature
I'll
they
settle
should
for
compare?
negative
Zero.
1.
0 degrees Fahrenheit?
Yeah. I'll settle for negative 1 degree Celsius.
We ain't going below 40.
Celsius?
Yes.
Your room is covered in a wall of ice. From you breathing.
My room just starts,
Hold on.
like,
Hold on.
things
So you
nearly
said
start
40?
boiling, and yet
So that would
my
be
room...
104
Mine is just
degrees
flooded.
Fahrenheit.
You open your room and it's just mist.
I just open the door sometimes to get a nice smoke effect.
That's 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
But I don't do very often because I can short circuit the electronics.
We're slowly like waterproofing the ship. If we're ever being invaded, that's what we do. Just open the
Just
Alright.
We're covering everything in flex tape.
Here comes the delivery.
I forgot about it.
The precious food.
So, still says 8:29 p.m. arrival. But they're all the way down State Street, so it'll be longer than that.
Hun. Oh, that's where we currently are. It's like I thought that was my house, our house.
No.
I was like,
No.
wow, no, hun. They're pretty close.
No. This,
Actually, yes.
wait. That.
Case.
Okay.
Case closed. Anyway,
Is that the right or
you line
left?
up to safe entry vector so that you don't jump past the star or black hole, as that wouldn't be the best way to enter this particular.
I'm keeping a wide
System.
berth of the black hole.
We all just die.
You enter a fairly
I
desolate
consume
system.
the black hole.
You enter a desolate system where it seems any free floating object that was under a certain mass has already been collected.
So it's filled with asteroids. But only on
Opposite,
the
it's-
solar plane.
There's not asteroids.
As long as
There's
we're
nothing.
above the solar plane, it's fine.
The asteroids have been collected and eaten by the black hole. Because also no obvious comet activity eaten by a black hole.
The planet is still intact.
You see the mist-shrouded world in your viewport.
Derek, do you have lined paper?
Actually, no.
Do you have an empty notebook?
Okay, so
Probably.
they have arrived.
I just want something to actually take notes with, besides a note card. Something I can continuously take notes with. Where did you get this from?
You.
What? When did I give you this?
Ages ago.
I did?
I believe so.
It's like empty.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he asked for.
When did... Okay. I don't recognize
Just
this
use
book.
Just use a.
No, I want to use something continuously. I want to keep it. Thank you, Derek.
Of course it's empty.
That's the whole point.
I need to get up.
Not full of your schoolwork, so.
What schoolwork? Even when I was in school, I didn't write it down.
Presumably. this pedal do? During these 2 weeks, I visit my place of power. Is it my place of power? My throat? Is there a name for it?
What do you call it? I mean, it's a place of power. That is a throne. You can call it your throne.
And now
room
you've
or-
just thrown it all away. Space pirates.
Leviathan. Space Leviathan. Dom. He's your ship.
At least we have a chance against space pirates.
Cool. I'll eventually get around to naming it. But yeah, in those 2 weeks, I visited just like for an hour before bed or whatever.
Okay. It seems pretty devoid most of the time.
What happens if I sit on the cushion?
Do you wish to sit on the cushion?
Kind of.
Do you bring the cushion to your chair, or do you just sit on it on the bench?
I bring the cushion to my chair.
You bring the cushion over, and you sit on it. You feel...
You feel the compulsion to consume chicken.
Yeah.
I don't know. I put.
Do people Do people still kill and eat chicken?
It feels like
Or is it
there
synthetic
is rocks inside the cushion.
Rocks?
Rocks. It kind of feels like sitting on rocks. About 32 rocks, to be precise.
chicken? Context?
He's sitting on a cushion.
Cushion?
Yes, you know the cushion that is my friend. Well, the kid. Is there any reason?
How often do you sit on the cushion?
I only do it the once after I feel the rocks.
There's a somewhat pattern to the rocks.
Feels like evenly like laying on a bed of nails.
Are they kind of long and thin with little nubs on the end?
Hold on. Can I get a drawing of the pattern, roughly?
I mean, it's a circle.
That's just a circle.
It is a circular pattern. They're not all the same shape. They seem from... I mean, do you want to touch the... like, try to reach the rocks?
Yes.
Alright. You reach and grasp for these rocks, and you just get a hint of a shadow of a ring of stones. Almost like a cosmic ring of stones. These twirling asteroids through the void, circling a black...
Another
It's
black
a
hole?
black hole, yeah. It's not a black hole, actually. Each of them holds a possession, almost, or a memory.
Give me a minute.
And one that shines the brightest seems to have a station built out of it.
Hold on. Give me a moment to write notes.
Why is it always
So
black
how?
holes?
Because we have
I got
person
6.
trying to avoid the heat death of the universe and person trying to promote it.
If you want some more, I have 30.
Oh,
There's
we're
a
being
person
so
who got
strong.
caught along on the ride.
In case,
know what
in
you have to
case
do.
any of them get eaten, I guess.
Did you steal my wrench?
Do they include extra
I got
straws
2
for
wrenches.
drinking the blood of your enemy?
Yes, I would be happy to steal more chicken nuggets, because I think I'm at least one short.
crap, what was the name
Yep.
of the boy? Or was it PJ Pants? No, that's not PJ Pants.
It's
Hands?
lithium.
Oh,
What?
You have a handful of chicken.
Okay. Yeah.
don't you remember we made PJ Pants? Out of the extra claw.
Yeah, we made PJ Pants. Why would that be the name of the kid?
PJ as like a nickname. Last name Pants.
His name's literally lithium.
I know.
Spelled funny. Well, it's actually spelled lithium, but it's said lithium.
Like them. Do you like Moa?
Open sauce.
That's not how it works.
Open sauce.
Good.
Apparently that worked.
That's hilarious.
That just sounds like someone who doesn't speak English very well saying open sesame. Open sesame!
Diagonally. What do you say? Oh no.
Diagonally.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Didn't see
Wait,
shit.
at 32 he's got... I mean, at 14 he's got 32 core...
Might have pulled
Core
my
memories,
ankle
I
a
guess.
little bit.
Corners.
Ow.
I'm going
Not exactly.
memory.
Sorry, I just need to, like, write down his name in connection to all of it. Okay, so one of them has a station built out of it.
Here's some black holes. They'll be the heat death of us all.
Yes, I will. That's my goal.
Have plenty of stick. I will stop you.
Well, one of the asteroids has, like, a station built out of it.
Hey, Grogan.
Cool.
I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop him from the heat death of the universe.
Oh. Well,
And this is still, like, a vision inside of a vision.
that's
Holy
certainly what
crap.
I would like as well.
Deception.
It's more. Yeah, it's like almost looking through.
Okay.
Technically, we have not proven that that's what his Celestial wants.
What, the heat death of the universe?
Yes.
I'm
If we
pretty
have
sure it
reason
is.
if we have reason to believe it is otherwise,
I have no reason to believe otherwise.
that is true.
I just don't
Yeah,
want
but we have no. We do not have very much information in general.
But I have no reason to believe otherwise.
No, but you have no reason to believe it is. From your standpoint,
Well, if it steals blood, and it's harder, and that's pretty creepy.
yeah, it's creepy. That doesn't have anything to do with the heat death of the
It
universe.
gives it back whenever I desummon it.
Does he though?
Just
Yes.
runs.
I don't believe you.
Takes your blood as a deposit for the weapon. And once you return
Oh,
the
God.
weapon, then you get your blood back.
So in this vision, can I kind of zone it? Not
Zone.
Zoom in on
Zone.
like the totally how it works.
Wait, right there. Enhance.
Enhance! Because that's how pictures work?
No, but it's how visions work.
I don't think that's how visions work.
Only if you have a
either.
really good camera.
If you, the biggest picture ever taken, you can do that. You can. It is possible. Up to a point.
Every picture has its point. Most pictures do not have the ability
Except
to.
for circular ones.
If you manage to take a circular picture, I will be impressed.
Well, you just need a circular camera.
We have circular cameras, and they still take square pictures.
That's because the screen is square. It's cropping out all the rest. The lens itself actually has a rectangular
Does it?
bit on it, yeah.
Ah. I probably could have found that out. But
Technically, there are the 360-degree cameras, though, that look like they're taking a circular picture.
There's some that do.
There's some that actually do, because they're so fish-eyed that they might as well live in the sea.
It's a dome camera.
Anglerfish are weird.
Anyway, so what exactly
Field of view? Yes.
happened when we
Anglerfish
left
join
Wharf?
bodies when they get
First, I
married.
want to explore the built-out,
They
the
share
station
blood
asteroid
streams.
circling a black hole. I want to know if. Wait, hold on. That's an interesting idea. I need to Google. I will Google after I get out of this place, though. After I finish the vision.
Okay, what do you research?
I want to look at the
I
station.
thought it was just called search. It's not called Google. There's search and there's find. Take your pick. You can't have Google.
I'm just thinking that I should search after I leave my throne room, my throne, to search for a black hole with 32 asteroids.
Was search
No responses.
No response.
was search a monopoly that owns everything? Or
Yes. Just under the table. Everything pays protection money if it is not owned by them.
Honestly, I don't think you've missed much
What?
with Monty.
Ah. Hello, Monty.
I'm still royal, I think.
Yeah, in the vision, can I look at the asteroid with the built-out station more? Or is it just, that's all I get?
It's the place where the kid is. Almost guaranteed.
There's a certain amount of resistance to go in further.
I'm not gonna push it then. I don't want to hurt the kid.
Or your brain.
I don't care so much about that. It's the kid I care more about. My brain will take the beating.
If you care so much about the kid, why'd you give him a weapon?
He needed it.
There are other ways to solve things. Other
But that was the
Only if you
quickest.
have
and
power.
hatred.
But that was the quickest.
Only if you have power or authority.
It is also the one with most consequence.
It sounded
Only
like
if
he
you're caught.
threw 6 bodies into.
Even if you're not caught, the
the
guilt
sun?
will stay
Yes.
with you.
Not 6, 1.
One? Oh, just one. Okay. Where did I get 6 from? Oh.
You will live with that guilt forever.
He didn't seem very guilty.
No.
Yes, but he will. When he looks back on his life.
Which one of us is the good aligned one here?
Apparently me!
Guilt is based on a perception of wrongdoing.
Kid doesn't.
And you're saying that he'll never think that killing someone is wrong.
Oh no, I'm saying
In
he'll
this
eventually
situation.
he'll agree that killing someone is wrong. I don't agree that his first kill he'll believe is wrong. He might have regrets, but I don't think he will ever have guilt over it.
Regrets are part of guilt.
They're part of guilt, but guilt is more.
To have regret is to have guilt.
No,
Not
It's a
necessarily.
lesser
No.
form of guilt, but it is still guilt.
a regret is kind of wishing you'd gone about things differently. It's not like
It
I
depends
can.
on what the regret is.
Yes, but guilt is not equal to regret.
And I didn't say they're equal, I said regret is a lesser form of guilt.
Guilt and regret are separate completely. There is minor connections between them, and they're usually seen as together or synonymous, but they are not.
Do you feel guilty of eating something that makes you sick, or do you regret it?
Did I know it was going to make me sick beforehand?
Nope. Say you got a bad batch of, like, chicken or something.
But then the question becomes, was it my fault that the chicken was bad?
No, you bought it.
You can still regret decisions.
You bought it from a reputable vendor.
You can regret a single decision. Maybe you've gone to this person before. You regret that one batch, and you've brought it up to them, but you don't feel guilty about it.
I would feel guilt for bringing it up to them because of the kind of person I am.
So that you
That's-
don't bring them up. bring it up.
Then I would feel guilt for not bringing it up.
Then you're an idiot.
That is the kind of person I am.
Then you're stupid and hurting yourself psychologically.
Yeah, what's new?
Apparently, your lack of understanding of guilt and regret. I regret a lot of decisions I make because I later realized that there's better decisions I could have made. I do not feel guilty for the decisions I made due to the fact that at the time I did not know of the better ways.
I feel guilty for things I don't even regret.
That's because you were taught to feel guilty for everything.
Yeah.
You should stop it.
They are linked emotions, but they're not the
They're
same one.
linked, but they can be separate, completely separate.
How did we get to psychology? Oh yeah, mind trip.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little bit more.
You're right.
He accused me of
I'm regretting it. But I am guilty.
How old was the kid again?
14.
Being guilty and feeling guilt are different.
Exactly. The kid is guilty of murder. He may not feel guilt for the murder.
But he might in the future. That's where this came from. In the future, he might feel guilt for it.
But is his current health and well-being more important than potential future guilts?
How much information
The
did
guilt-
you get
How
about?
did you word that so wrong?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out as well.
So,
Would you like me to attempt to reword it?
Are you saying, is the present not more important than the future? That's what you're saying.
Yes. No, potential future. Is the
All
present
futures
not...
are potential.
That is true. But one particular potential future.
But yeah, but any decision leads to 1,000 things. It was one
Yes.
bully. He could have stood up for himself and said stop, and that bully might have realized what he was doing and changed his life.
No.
that sounds really idealistic.
That has actually happened
It
before.
was his stepfather.
It was the stepfather. Then that
No.
might not have worked.
It
How much
wouldn't.
information did you end up getting about the situation?
He didn't ask shit.
He basically just gave him a dagger and said, go.
Go, be free.
Basically.
There are better ways than violence. Violence should always be a last resort.
Yes.
It sounded like
I
it was
agree.
pretty bad.
Violence is not an answer. It's a question.
In this case, the answer was yes.
Instead of giving him a dagger, you
At
could
this
have gone
point, can
there
I have gone
yourself. And
It's not
stood up
through
to
his head.
stepfather.
I cannot have gone there completely by myself.
We have a ship.
Yes, and I didn't know his location. I didn't even know who this child was. At this point, can I also have gained more information about that?
Of his location?
Not his location, but like the situation. I'm tired of it being only player knowledge and not character knowledge.
Through the studying, you kind of get you talking to him for a few weeks. You talked to him during the first week. After that, it's hard to get in contact with him.
You're quite the doting patron.
I've got nothing to lose.
He
And he was
only
talking
has
about
one friend.
he was talking about the reason you asked him why. His basic answer is because he was being abusive, very abusive towards him and his mother.
Do not be
See, that's
too,
the other thing.
Do not be too eager
The-
to deal out
the
of
night
death
he
in
came-
judgment, fearing for your own safety, for even the wise cannot see all ends.
I will happily deal with death for my own safety. If I think that is truly a threat to my current and future well-being, then I consider myself more important than the one who is harming me.
But is suffering not sometimes important as well?
I mean,
To
suffering.
become a better person in the future.
That's called
If I'm getting
study.
better, then yes, but that's gaining from suffering. Suffering for the sake of suffering
That's
is
all
not
high
good.
school.
But that is whether you choose to gain from suffering or not.
Suffering inflicted upon me by someone else through their willful
No more
choice.
theological lessons tonight.
It's not even
Like
theological,
Disney.
it's psychological.
That's theological.
Psychological.
Oh,
Psychological
no.
is not theological.
I meant like Socrates stuff.
That's
Philosophical.
philosophical.
Thank you!
It's definitely not theological.
But no more theological stuff either.
May I finish my point first?
But that's my thing.
You just negated her entire character.
This whole thing is a theological choice.
You made it this way.
No!
I'm going to finish my thing first. The only things to be learned from someone forcing suffering upon you is negative and actually are counterproductive to future well-being and will...
Even when I slowly missed the lightest.
You can
You
gain
didn't cause
positive
suffering,
things
though.
from
That
suffering.
didn't hurt me.
I did take all the lightest.
You took all my lighters, but that didn't hurt me as a person.
many lighters.
Yes, but that wasn't suffering.
So
That
many
also
lighters.
wasn't continual suffering forced upon me.
What about Juby?
That was suffering. That was forced upon me, and I didn't learn anything good from it. I learned cops are bad news no matter what. Don't trust the system, and the government is fucking bullshit. That's what I
Those
learned.
are bad lessons.
Yeah, I know from experience.
But not all suffering is equal.
Funny, I picked you up there for D&D too.
Not all suffering is equal, but suffering imposed upon you by a third party is never good.
Anyways, I'm going
Can
to
be.
draw porn. My character, I mean.
It depends
My
on
artist
how
character.
you take it as a person.
I'm speaking of suffering as just a pure thing. Like their entire purpose in dealing this is to deal pain.
Why?
Yeah, suffering can be physical or mental.
Yes.
But it can still make you stronger, and it can still help you to
I
grow
thought it
into
would
a
be
better person.
entertaining.
Someone that has been
thought
psychologically
it
abused is
What?
broken mentally. They are
Performance?
crippled.
You act like I have not been. I suffer with
Okay.
depression.
I need to steal your
I am
newspaper.
autistic. I was screamed at for most of my life. And
Okay,
honestly,
so that
I learned from it. I grew.
would be...
But did you learn the right lessons? Did you learn the best lessons?
I believe so, yes.
That would be a
I cannot
16.
disagree with that. But all the lessons I have been taught have never been good.
What was your muse
That's why it's
for
always
this artist?
situational.
History?
It's always situational.
Yes.
You cannot put a permanent yes or no on
Will I
anything.
get struck down
Well,
for
that gets
heresy
around.
if I said the dream?
Well, that then goes to
How artsy are you
more
with it? Are you
vague
like
morals.
Victorian
I mean,
era or are you
ethics.
like modern?
Ethics? Yes, ethics. But then it becomes an ethical
I
question.
mean, I've been painting my whole life.
But not all people view ethics the same.
You
That
have
is
a very
true. That is why
classical
we're disagreeing.
paint.
It's like the Tahitians, who brutally murder and sacrifice people for no reason.
It looks
I
like
mean, what reason
a...
did they give? Do they give it just for their own pleasure?
No, they didn't have birds. And
It
Do
might-
you know the birth of
highly doubt
Venus?
that.
Yes.
It's like a discount birth of Venus.
there are reasons,
Okay,
but that
I
goes
got
into
you.
theological.
It's not bad.
So,
Well, theological is still a reason.
Well, it's more lewd
yeah,
than the
so
birth of
theological
Venus.
reasons.
Like purposely so?
Yeah.
When there used to be some of the best people. They inflicted suffering on others.
Welcome to religion in general.
While
Not
you guys
always.
are arguing about morality, I drew porn. And
I was studying the inside of someone else's
Artsy
skull.
skull.
artsy porn, yes.
Why?
Because she can.
I gotta keep up my art skills somehow.
Also, my current
The ship
argument is
comments on
not
your line work.
the general.
Recommends lowering the eyes a little bit, they're a little bit too high.
My current argument is based off of the single situation, and not the more general. Because in general, yes, suffering can be used for self-improvement. But when it's imposed from a young age, it tends to lead to more psychological damage than anything else.
High school.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how many people come out of high school
I
fucked
agree
up?
with that.
High school is the worst.
Yes!
High school is just...
This doesn't help. Suck it up. It's like,
Intelligence
What's
and
that?
knowledge are very important, but it should not be given in the form of high school.
Knowledge is important.
don't one thing
memory
high school teaches you is how to avoid
less-
work. Let's be honest. It's like how to slack off. High school.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all I did. I didn't learn very much in high school.
Therefore, we should kill the teachers. Of
I'm
my
sorry, what?
schools.
That's a little far.
That's a little far.
That's going back to the whole morality argument.
Take it down
I
about
heard a lot.
37 notches.
No.
Light memeing.
Light memeing.
Like a pinky.
You heard it right
That's
here,
only
folks. You should meme.
But
10
that's
notches
also-
down. I said 37.
Like, that's
Lightly.
not constant psychological damage.
High school?
High school
Are
is
you
constant
kidding me?
psychological damage.
It's only 6 hours of psychological damage a day
If you have extra.
For
Plus
4
homework.
years.
for 4 years.
Plus
Every
home-
day.
If you ever
Plus
do homework,
all of the stress you will ever get outside of school.
how does all the stress outside of... Are you talking like in
Like,
those 4 years, or you...
For like an upcoming due date or something for a project that you've been procrastinating. It's your own fault, but still.
That's your own fault.
I just never do them. I learned how to deal with stress by saying nope and done.
Yes, but not everyone does that.
Well, then some people need to relax.
I'll use a straight
That
A.
is a lot easier said than done when you
And Eloise is
are a
dying.
hormonal
She's been
teenager.
taking classes to get 4.0.
I know, and she is dying.
She failed some classes to get the passing grade so that she wouldn't have to do extra homework to get it up to a 4. Because passing doesn't take away from your grade. It's retarded.
And my sister is
That doesn't
dying.
make a lot of sense. I'm good.
I know
She's
this.
doing fine.
No, she's not.
She's fine. She's mostly missing her boyfriend.
Before she was missing her boyfriend.
Are you done discussing?
Probably not.
Probably not.
You're going towards the planet.
Thank you.
Not very close. I'm the one
Okay.
steering this ship.
Well, if you want to land, you have to get pretty close to the planet. Like, on top of it.
Until we have a plan, I'm not going next to that
Well,
plan.
particles never officially touch, therefore you only have to get pretty damn close.
We'll just put her in an escape pod.
Okay, so
Magic.
while these idiots are arguing, I'm. Alright. So
Override, land. The vapors that are being pulled off the planet are light gases.
That doesn't make it any better.
We're talking like helium.
There is matter
And
being
hydrogen.
pulled from this
my
planet
voice
into
gets a
the
little
black
bit
hole,
higher.
which means the black hole will expand
Put on your
and
fucking
consume
helmet.
more.
It'll take
Can't stand
thousands
your
of
voice.
years before it's serious.
Maybe.
Ah!
But then you get one rogue rock in space. In the sun.
Well, yes, but there's many rogue rock. But,
No, I'm gonna go back to that shuttle ball. What are you doing?
no English. I'm done.
What is the manic grin on your face for? What did she tell you?
I don't know if we want to know.
It's an
Okay.
inert gas. Helium is an inert gas. It does not
Yes,
explode.
helium is very inert.
Yeah,
Hydrogen is not.
yeah.
I just wanted to check if I used my worm gland to
Were
breathe
you-
fire. If
You were looking
everything
up to
would
see if
instantly
helium was
Jesus.
flammable.
Yes.
Wait, you were checking to see if helium's flammable?
Yes. Yes. She was.
Helium is a noble gas, which means it doesn't like shit.
Except,
Right there with Aragon.
You mean argon?
just wanted
Yeah, I meant to say that, but I just came out wrong.
Sounds like you said Aragorn.
Yeah, I said it so wrong. I had like something stuck in my throat. It's like, ah,
Yeah, I
and it
did.
was painful to say, so I just kind of changed it to Aragon, and like,
Arg.
that is a dragon rider.
Yep.
This will make these disappear in the void.
Fantastic.
What's else then?
However, if you expose helium to heating in a confined space, then it can explode.
Yeah,
Any
everything
gas
does.
explodes if you pressurize it enough. That's what combustion is.
Fun.
Partially. They compress it and then they light it on fire, but still.
Explosions happen when the reaction outruns the source,
Yeah.
basically.
I remember hearing a story. One of my parents told me that there's a power line that so many people, that's like decently high up in the air, that so many people release balloons that the city kept having power outages.
Yeah, because it'll short it. That's why you don't mess with power lines.
There was this video that used to go around before people realized that you just watched 13 people die, of some dude setting up, like, in a mid-eastern country, setting up a pole, and they were leaning up, and one guy, like, lets go, and, like trips and lets go, and that causes another guy to stumble, and he barely tips and touches the power line, and he just goes, whoop, and you see 13 people fall over, and the pole fall over, and the guys stand there.
Yeah.
Because he just got 13 people killed.
Well, there was like
Huh?
a giant explosion in China because for some reason no one told. Like, basically there was a superheated cargo container. It was heated by the sun too much.
My half of the sandwich
And it
wasn't
lit-
enough for you, huh?
I don't remember
I shared
what
some with you still.
I don't remember what
Yes, I
I paid
chemical
for
it is.
yours too. Don't
I
creep
appreciate
me.
I
that.
don't remember what chemical it is, but it's used in like fertilizers and some explosives. It wasn't nitrogen. I think it was a nitrate, but it wasn't nitrogen.
That's nitrogen!
The chemical compound has changed at that point. It's no longer nitrogen.
Well, yeah, it's bound.
Yeah. It doesn't have the properties of nitrogen anymore.
No. But you're asking about the gas, it's nitrogen.
Yeah. And it was a solid.
And if it's nitrate, it's still fucking
Yeah.
busted.
But
This and trash.
it lit on fire, and nobody,
goodbye.
and like had a massive explosion, and no one told the firefighters it was a chemical causing the fire.
Ooh.
So they threw a bunch of water on it, and then it exploded again. It looked like the end of the world, or like a nuke. The
So
video is
did-
actually pretty cool.
Hopefully nobody died.
No, lots of people died.
Sodium nitrate?
Most of them were firefighters.
Was it sodium nitrate?
It might have been sodium nitrate.
Yes,
I think it was
that's-
sodium nitrate.
It's a good one.
That's
Anyway.
unfortunate. Why is your hand frigid?
Because of
Because she's
this.
a woman.
Because she has no meat on her bones.
That is also true.
She does not radiate as much heat.
I am Italian!
And this room is a refrigerator.
Where did
She
it
has
go?
the effing blankets!
Where did it
That
go?
is why I wear a coat down here.
It's a refrigerator.
Thank you.
There's a reason I'm wearing a jacket. I might be only wearing wife beater underneath, but I'm wearing a freaking jacket!
Yeah, like that almost defeats the purpose.
No, this jacket is warm enough that I
Fair
can
enough.
probably wear it down to about 32 degrees.
This thing's... My jacket's designed for summer, so I'm a little bit cold. Mine's designed for mountaintops.
My body is designed for this room.
That's because you're cold-blooded.
No, it's because I live in here.
If he was cold-blooded, he would have died by now.
Yeah.
No, he's just in hibernation.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, as soon
Am
as he
I?
wakes up, it's gonna be bad.
This has been a long dream.
You're like a dolphin, half asleep.
That's the best kind.
I thought that was sharks. Do dolphins do that too?
Am I officially the kid's patron?
No.
No.
It's your
You're an
sword.
intermediary.
You are your patron's prophet, pretty much.
There is one recorded landing zone on this planet.
I don't like
This-
the sound of that.
Do I still not have a name for my patron?
No.
Stabby McStabby.
You can't really talk to it.
He said one thing to me.
Yeah, he talked to you one time, and that's all you got.
Just call the sword Helios.
Actually, the sword has a name.
Then that's your patron.
Zedish, no.
Just
That's your
refer
patron.
to it as a sword daddy and see how long it takes for him to start.
Start answer. Please don't.
Or until it just wills itself to stab you.
You watch.
Sorry, that was part of the pact. You weren't allowed to call me that. And you died.
You watch Betray Bird
Actually, it could just stab
just
itself.
start
Your heart's on it. Just ceases to exist and you die.
dissolving into void.
I don't think you can choose as a god to cease to exist.
No, you.
No, it ceases your existence.
I'm aware, yes. That's what I said. It is decided that our pact is through and I die.
Exactly. Or it's decided that you're annoying and you die.
Yes, our pact is finished. End result death. Does not require...
Did you not read the small text?
There was no text. It was go collect a heart.
Well, there was a text in it. There was text
There was
initially
text.
in the email.
That was more, you just told me about that.
Can I roll intelligence?
To see if he remembers the fine print of his contract.
That would be a 6 for a generalized intelligence check. Was there fine print? Was there more to that?
It wasn't even in English or common or
There-
any languages you know.
There
You don't
probably
understand
was
how
fine
you understand.
print.
Understood. You have no idea how you understood the contract.
I thought it was in primordial.
There probably was fine print, you just couldn't read it.
Ah yes, he can read this part but not that part. What's that part say?
The fine print.
That's the fine print. Shit!
It's okay, who needs the fine print? No one even reads that stuff anyway.
This is why you always sell to a devil.
There are easier people to sell your soul to.
True.
And better people to sell your soul to.
Sell your soul to me. I can make use of it for the Empire.
What?
I don't know. I think she's gone loony.
How do you spell pronunciation?
How do you spell pronunciation? That is the best sentence I've heard in a while. Are you trying to figure out how to pronounce something, or just
No.
writing down how something is pronounced? I feel like that's like when a teacher tells you to look up a word in a dictionary when you ask how to spell it.
I would. I don't know how it's spelled.
Should I just start from A and go from there?
How do you spell it? How do you spell explain? Look it up. Like, what to start with?
What's the next
Pronunciation
letter?
for Zilishna. Zilishna?
Yeah, no, it's Elshon. That's how you say it. You made up the word, not me.
Oh, cool. You were the one who gave it to me.
You asked. It was your character design.
Yeah, no, just
You
call
made
him
me own
Sword
sword.
Daddy. Just call him Sword Daddy.
No.
Sword Daddy powers activate.
Well, we don't need Josh to be a gold digger, so.
I'm already a gold digger. It's called work.
Yeah.
You're not a miner. In
I don't-
either term.
That's not. That's not.
Only miners are true gold diggers.
No, it's the wives of
I
miners.
thought that
are
I thought you meant the other kind of miner. I thought you meant the other kind of miner. I thought you meant he wasn't underage.
An underage gold digger is worse!
I was like, you don't need to be underage to be a
In
gold.
both senses of miner. I mean, in both senses of gold digger, not in both senses of miner. An underage gold digger is worse. It's either
Child labor.
or much worse.
Kids gotta eat.
Yeah, that's why you steal bread. That's probably better.
Steal gold, and then you can.
Yes, that's why you kill your stepdad who's abusing you.
What?
And your mother.
Was the mother?
I feel like you need to put a comma in that sentence somewhere, because it sounds like you killed your stepdad and your mother.
There was a comma in there.
The comma's in the wrong spot then.
It's not an Oxford one. It's what?
Oh.
Why we can't get rid of the Oxford comma? It just makes things more complicated. Chipper.
Nothing wrong with Chipper, right?
How many of these are there? Jeez.
Plenty. How you feeling today? You're feeling overstimulated.
Too much.
I'm not reading it.
Peckish. So hungry.
Kind of weak and peckish. Why is it just Australian?
Postal. Dom's going postal.
Yeah, there
He
was
mailed
actually
himself
somebody,
yesterday. He's going
arrested for
postal.
something
Oh,
very
my
similar to
God.
that.
I didn't read it.
How the fuck do you say this?
Which one? Quixotic. Wait, no, it's based on Don Quixote, so Quixotic.
Chaotic?
Quixotic, yeah. Because based on Don
How
Quixote.
do you spell pajamas?
That's the only one that stands
Impractical.
out. Don Quixote was weird.
It was making fun of politics.
Yeah, it's
Redundant.
Pajama.
How do
You're
feel?
feeling redundant right now?
Rockin'! Rushed. Scattered. That's what you make every day.
Snarky.
Joshua found me.
What is that?
Good mood. Spent.
Cool. So
Splendid.
we're landing on a planet with a cult.
Not yet, we're not. Not currently, because we're just sitting arguing in space.
I was waiting for you to finish up your arguing in space, yeah.
We can keep arguing in
Now
space
we're-
if you want.
We are beginning our descent. Hopefully.
Alright, you get. You do the handshake with the station, and it. Well, not station, landing platform. And it gives you a. Entry.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how immediately culty does the planet look?
It's
The
right next
glowing
to.
purple planet
It's-
orbiting a
It's
black
next to
hole.
a black hole which is
I
emitting
mean the
Hawking
actual
radiation.
You have not reached
Oh, okay,
that
so we haven't
far
left.
yet. Yeah.
The planet
You're-
is not cold if it's next to a black hole.
You approach down, coming into the clouds, seeing a landscape of a small city, which on top of the prominence of overlooking it all is a cathedral. You are directed towards, like, further way back behind it, into a small starport. Think Victoria? Victorian cathedralists? Yeah.
Okay, so are we going in disguisey uniforms? Or are we just literally walking out?
John doesn't even want to be here. He doesn't want to be on a planet next to a black hole. He doesn't like black holes.
It's fine.
They're notorious.
He doesn't believe you. He's scientific, you're theological.
My God will protect us. He told us.
Nope. Nope.
That's how lots of people died.
That is how so many people die.
God will protect me.
God will stop me from taking fall damage.
Depends on the god.
You turn into a squirrel. You no
Doesn't
longer
stop you.
take fall damage.
Doesn't stop you from taking fall damage.
Squirrels can survive at their terminal velocity.
See.
Flying squirrels.
No, standard squirrels
Oh, I know.
can survive at their terminal velocity.
You could throw a baby duck
Yes,
off the top
I
of
guess
Mount
myself.
Olympus on Mars. If it was a straight fall and they'd survive, it was fine.
Yeah.
Just because of how little mass they have,
Yeah.
especially on Mars.
Squirrels just spread themselves out and don't take fall damage. Even more so than cats.
Especially squirrels.
I was wrong. It's nice.
Well, that has everything to do with it. We're way off combat because that's
When
square root
have
one.
we been on topic?
There was a few sessions
No,
ago.
that's right. That is completely right.
When we weren't coming back from a week's break due to nonsense, chained itself back to back like it always
Yeah, before
does.
the world started ending? Yeah, I agree.
Anyway. You asked how culty everything looks.
Yep.
You leave the ship, stepping out into the rather brisk air, and you see a man in robes with his eyes covered.
Jonah's wearing his power mech armor.
Okay.
I currently
Just double checking. We did re-procure our Black Ops. You did.
Your parents bought it for you.
Yeah, you
I
want.
had to pay
I
for
never
mine.
had Black Ops
Okay.
uniform because I wear super armor.
Yep. Currently,
You can modify it to look like it.
I could if I wanted to,
Guys,
but I like
hold
looking
on.
like a normal human.
Hold on.
Except when I turn into a transformer.
What do you think would happen if I came out in the busted setting, the glowing mist with red eyes setting?
You'd fit right in.
They'd probably be like,
But I mentioned
"Welcome,
that the eyes are
sister.
covered.
We've been awaiting
So wearing
your
a veil.
You have to wear a black veil. With just enough so they can see the glow of your eyes.
And a cloud.
Uploaded. to
yes,
cloud.
I still have the illusion projector. Can I look like just a normal mercenary?
Yeah.
I look like a tank. If a
Okay.
tank was a transformer.
There's a few of those.
Yeah, I don't know.
Going into battle in your tank and like a group of soldiers from the view turn into like a transformer.
Boom. Shoulder-mounted tank, main gun.
Also, over the 2 weeks in my free time that I've been working on deception, I still eventually want to get proficient with that.
You were already studying with inside the realm.
That's right. Cool. Never mind that.
The band approaches you.
You're just trying to bullshit me the
Welcome.
entire trip.
He's my
Welcome,
brother.
pilgrims. How can I assist you?
John is trying to figure out how long until the atmosphere of this planet has been siphoned away.
It's a while.
The
We
calculations
wouldn't have
come
come
to
here.
excessive amounts.
Probably, he's still calculating it.
May I ask who you worship? Out of curiosity.
The black one.
The blackness.
The one I follow doesn't have a name anymore.
They simply call him the black one.
Do you not? What do you call it?
Call it.
Them?
Sometimes it's better not to call.
No.
That's what it is.
The mom's sorry, I'm drunk at a party.
I told you not to go. You said you were going on a nature walk.
But never mind that. How may
demigods?
I assist you?
Alright.
By converting to the religion of... Which god is you follow again?
I follow Grissom.
I think you're
but
gonna
I'm
get
currently
shot.
Black Mist.
I think you're gonna
Demon.
get shot in the throat with a sacred flame.
I'm currently Black Mist, Red-Eyed Demon, so...
Do you actually say this?
Yes.
No!
And then I start laughing.
You'll fit right in. So you would follow Grissom. Strange for a sun god to visit. You're also rather odd for one of his followers. You
Rather
don't quite have
short.
the light motif that they generally favor.
I'm a rebel.
But you have a cause, don't you?
A rebellious cleric. What can possibly go wrong?
Well, I mean, they're just saying that they're rebellious.
But rebellious against their own religion. Rebellious against laws is different than rebellious
I
against
think
your
you'll
own
want
faith.
to ask at the cathedral about the Forgotten Gods, then, if that is who you follow. Although I did not think Grissom was so close. Has something changed?
I'm also going to be studying how local flora and fauna
vision
can
or
survive
two.
without light. Because unless I'm mistaken, there's no sun in this system. It's just the black hole.
There is no sun in the system, there's only black hole.
So I'm studying how the flora and fauna are working. Probably geothermal.
Also, I want to fucking kill you.
At this point, I just have my gun out
I don't need my gun out.
at rest because I know that there's at least one person now that wants to kill me, maybe two.
Who?
Her. I know that she's pissed about the fact that I'm like, yes, you should convert to Grissom.
Anyway, if you've come here to seek answers to questions, and if you are a follower of a still living light god, you should definitely check out the archive of the Forgotten or Lost Ones.
Thank
My pleasure. And would you mind doing something about the mushrooms?
I'm just trying to figure out how they're growing here. Looks like geothermal.
Somewhat.
keep an eye.
There's actually an active community on the south side, if you wish to indulge your scientific curiosities.
Oh, sure, why not?
I can offer further assistance for a modest sum. He's a tour guide.
10,000 gold pieces, and you're good.
Alright.
I'm modest because I personally have fallen on rough times.
A few credits. Like 2 gold.
I know.
I don't care.
Please, I need bread for my family.
Yeah,
Please
me
buy my
too.
toys.
What's 2 credits to royalty, eh?
2 credits.
Excellent. Which
What's 2 credits
destination
up like
would you prefer?
213. It's like 1% of my money. And I don't have a paycheck right now.
Yes, you do.
Do I? Have I actually been assigned a paycheck?
My parents are paying you.
No, they bought my contract.
Which has a pay.
Which has a pay
Has a
scale.
salary.
So I'm still getting
that
paid
is the
200.
contract.
That's the.
You're paying 175.
Once a
You got a pay cut due to stressing out a certain person over much.
I didn't get a pay cut though, because they're not the ones paying me. I'm still getting paid by the military.
No, you're being paid by someone who died in the military.
Yeah,
You're being paid by a fund, a trust fund.
Yep.
I'm being paid by a trust fund of a madman whose brother died in the military.
Actually, that means that my money increased.
Glorious.
175.
Okay. Also, what was the? So we've had 2 weeks, and it's every 2 weeks we do get paid, right?
Yeah.
And how much?
How much
much
allowance
was my
is she
salary?
given
How much is
by
my?
her parents?
It's the same as before, just to be simple.
I can't remember.
200. 200
okay.
per 2 weeks.
I only get paid 100 though.
Weren't you being paid 200?
I was being right.
You were
Like,
being paid 200.
right, I was
I'm
being
the
paid
only one not
200.
making 200. God!
Right,
You're being
because
discriminated against.
Nero was going to pay him 100 a week, and then started getting paid 200 just from the
We
excess
discriminate
money.
against the demonic ones.
It's every 2 weeks.
I no longer look demonic. Well, besides the horns. But the horns look nice.
The gun.
You say to the little ball of angry cloud.
Yes.
Careful, or you'll get siphoned away.
Okay, what do you want? Which way do you want to go first on this planet?
Praise the sun!
Well, I'm definitely most interested in the archives, but if we stop there, then I will probably not leave, so that would be safe for last. Anything else that we should do first?
I'm going to head directly for the archives. The archives of the Forgotten or Lost Gods.
Okay.
Would you like
I
the
would-
scenic route or the direct?
Scenic.
Scenic.
Alright.
I paid 2
You're asking
credits.
for trouble.
I paid 2 credits.
Yeah, but now he's gonna charge you like 10 more credits at the end because you have the scenic route.
This is
Dude.
not an uncommon pilgrimage location for certain members of society.
For certain cult followers?
You're right at home.
So she.
I don't have a cult.
Eventually you will.
So
This
this.
rate.
I'm working at my court, not my cult. They're different. They're different.
They're only different by like 2 letters.
That is true.
They're different.
To be fair, that's 40% of the word. But still.
Not
It's
that
still different.
Anyway, she starts setting downtown towards the to like a side path. Okay, so it's basically a center on a spoked wheel, and in the center is the citadel. You landed on like just the edge of a far spoke, and you're starting to make your way, like a spiraling.
On your left, you'll see the mushroom fields.
On your left, you'll see the black hole that will
She takes
consume
you
us all
to-
in it.
On the right, you'll see the tortured souls
You
of
see,
the dead.
you look up for that.
Oh, that's
Above you
more
is-
intimidating.
Above you is looks to be basically a completely dark void.
Why do you think I didn't want to land on the
Light-
side of the planet that was
Terrifying.
closest
Lightless
to the black
night.
hole?
Lightless night as the effect of this black hole is sucking away some of the light from distant stars, and the street lamps that line the road take away the rest.
Out of curiosity, what is the most common food here?
The most common food here.
Mushroom.
Shut up!
What else is gonna grow here?
It's mushrooms, actually. There is
Mushroom saute, mushroom
A
platter, mushroom.
natural growing mushroom that lives off of geothermal heat and the radiation from our local dark star.
I have a curiosity.
Damn, this isn't the mushrooms.
Is it possible that my room on the ship would be able to grow some of these mushrooms?
Your ship's much too small.
Oh.
These mushrooms can tower up to
They're like
120 feet.
trees. Tree mushrooms.
Oh.
Big mushrooms.
They're massive.
If I treated them like a
House.
Bonsai
plant?
tree.
Can I?
You're
can I
gonna
just,
you're gonna make a
trim it?
bonsai shroom.
Yes.
Break
Oh,
off
it's getting
all-
a bit too big. Let's just trim it down a little bit. Make it look all nice for Halloween.
Unfortunately, one of the main parts of the mushroom's diet is a decent amount of radiation, and it's been found that there can be not the most beneficial of things for ship engines.
Fucking
Or-
radiation is based on the matter that
Yeah,
is pulled in. So it's taking enough matter to heat a planet.
Part of the issue is the mushrooms also feed off the leftover decay, radiation decay that was left with the planet after the supernova.
That's the
That's
radioactive
another thing,
mushroom.
not to
Yes,
say.
this planet's
What-
entirely
what do you-
radioactive except for
Can't have mushroom plants.
they're grown out of the safe boundaries of the city, which beyond a certain extent is still incredibly disastrous to oneself for extended period without proper protection.
I assume my Black Ops armor has protection against that to some degree.
To some degree,
Okay.
you wouldn't instantly fry.
I wouldn't instantly die. I would just die slowly over time.
It's
called
called one
radiation
mission
poisoning.
in
There's
Andromeda
mushroom
where it
pasta,
doesn't let
there's
you get out of the
mushroom
rover
platter,
because
there's
like, you
mushroom
will
saute.
disintegrate. You cannot get out of the rover.
You can get out of the rover anyway, it's funny.
Can you
It
make
won't, I've
bread
tried,
with
it won't let you.
Really?
It wouldn't let me.
That's BS. In like
I
Mass
tried like
Effect
5
2,
times.
this woman will kill you if you bang her. You can still bang her and you die instantly. It's hilarious.
Well, yeah. But it's
Seriously.
not. You will instantly be vaporized by a star.
So mushroom bread, mushroom platter, mushroom pasta.
They don't
do
call
have-
it mushroom everything. They just call it
Shroom.
bread.
They just call it shroom
Products
everything.
that do not contain mushrooms. We
If
have
you're
an
allergic to
export
mushrooms, we
import.
suggest you starve.
We have plenty of imports to cover all manner of diets, especially closer to the main landing pad, which you just sat down at.
About 3 hours
There
back.
are some spacer bars, as there always is on lovely sites. Depending on what kind of clientele you prefer to associate with. If you look towards the south end, which is a little bit more shadowy, you'll see those of like the followers of Argeth, the famous death and assassin god of the Black Knight. They often make tribute and pilgrimages here. If you go a little bit to the north end, you may see a little bit of Lolth, old practices,
Oh, great.
but still somewhat alive. If you go towards the lighter end, you'll of course see moon mistresses and lovely maidens of the night.
And if you go a little bit upwards, you'll find Asmodeus himself.
Okay, I should grab the notebook now and start taking
Yes, but his spirit lives on.
As you can see, we are very ethically and culturally diverse city, containing from all points of the empire.
It'd be super funny if I just started like grilling him on crime statistics and
What place would you want to send someone if you wanted them to not return?
Out into the wastes, of course.
How
where
about
you're going.
there? Just point straight up.
I don't
But
think
do
I
not
got a
worry,
good enough right move.
Under ancient pact, no violence is allowed in the city. So
In the city.
in the city, yes,
In
but
the
not
city.
many people travel out into the wastes.
And the people who live in the waste eat radioactive mushrooms.
The people who live out in the waste are dead.
There are
Depends
not
on
people who really live out in the wastes.
Radioactive mushrooms. That's
There's
why I'm
some-
not there.
There's some small scientific outposts out there, but nothing major. However, there is some still original architecture from pre-collapse of the system star, which is on display right next to the cathedral if you wish to look at that. We'll be coming up to it shortly.
Out of curiosity, what was the name of the star?
We're not quite sure. The translation of the ancient language of those who lived here is not complete or even well documented.
That's
It's
why
very
we built the star
fragmented.
map on the Hoover Dam.
What?
That's why we built the star map on the Hoover Dam.
Yep. What's this?
Also, I had to make a specific note for that.
What?
Can't have mushroom bonsai on
Nope.
board ship.
No.
So-
No mushroom
They are
bonsai.
massive mushrooms.
I don't want it.
Keep it on
It would eat your ship reactor.
That's hilarious.
Would it just eat the radiation from the
Do
ship?
you think our
reactor?
ship's AI
It would eat
might
the ship
complain
reactor.
a
So
little
that we would be in stealth mode.
There's the solution. If you just feed it to the bonsai, boom!
No, just feed the radiation, not the actual ship.
No, that's the ship. Just the radiation I mean.
Mushroom ship.
I love it. And then you have
Did you say
food.
something about mushrooms?
bit. Is that the AI?
That is AI. Specifically MBot.
Oh,
Did you say something about mushrooms?
of course.
MBot would love this planet. It's covered in mushrooms.
Mbot would love it. Someone give him a call.
Murderbot, come over here. I enjoyed that book more than I thought it would.
It's good though.
especially with how over the top the main character is. I will rip off their arms and devour the soul. Like, oh, chill there, girl. Anyway. Yes, so, guided tour continues. You go past some novelty places.
Oh, your own black hole sculpture here.
Now it's a real magnetic section.
That would be a fantastic gift shop. Give that back!
I bought it. It's mine.
Joshua. That's it.
Stop taking my thing.
They're my things.
You've eaten half a
Give it to
sandwich. Now you're drinking your Mountain Dew.
We're gonna peer pressure you.
Joshua, give me back around, dude.
Should we just stare at him ominously?
Interrupting. Interrupting.
Thank you.
Delay.
Did you just... Okay, whatever.
Ma'am.
I thought I was the only one who ate plastic. Just kidding.
Y'all are a bunch of weirdos. Anyway.
He is a weirdo.
They're the ones being the weirdos here.
Get that out of your mouth!
What's in your mouth, John?
Spit! Spit!
Spit!
Please don't make him choke on it.
Please choke on it.
No!
Don't worry.
I'm the only one here who can actually do the Heimlich properly. Don't make me do it
I
on
have
Joshua.
been trained multiple times in first aid. Various
Why?
forms of it. Mostly for
Now I have
lifeguarding.
to drink it all!
And the Heimlich maneuver was one of those.
That's enough for me.
Joshua, don't chew on the cap. Don't choke on it. We're gonna make you laugh and go.
The karma will be
So
hilarious.
imagine the clickbait though.
The
Man
karma-
chokes on Mountain Dew can live on stream and dies.
Do it for the views, dude.
Do it for the view.
I'm too stubborn
For
to
the
die.
vine.
We go viral in a day.
For the vine.
Do it for the vine.
Become #1 on trending for the 4th time.
Group of friends murders one of their members.
Hey, we didn't murder you. You murdered yourself.
That was
That's
just
called suicide.
accidental suicide.
But I might consider it manslaughter at that point, actually.
Where
You're the one who ate the cap.
We're
And
literally
you're the
telling
one
you to
who
spit
choked
it
on
out.
There is plenty
There
of
would be
evidence.
no case for this wouldn't be
We
accidental
have,
suicide.
we have
This would be
video
retarded.
evidence.
Oh my gosh, brother.
Please give it back.
No.
I don't think it fits on the bottle anymore.
I don't think he's actually been crunched.
You trying to just trick me on tongue on oh,
Let's see. 15.
Imposing disadvantage on you.
Is that 41 points of damage?
Oh, damage! Woo, that's
I'm a
really
civilian, I'm dead.
That's not good.
Everyone knows that a Josh only has 5 health points.
You are nasty.
Disgusting!
Why? Why did you do that? Why do you hate me?
I don't.
Are you sure?
Who drank all of the soda?
You drink at least.
Well, that was
Actually,
interesting.
you drank a good portion of it, and the rest of it's still sitting there.
No, not that soda.
Oh,
The
yeah,
soda
Soda
at
in
the
our
house.
okay, I'm just gonna...
The soda at the place I spend not 12 hours at.
I'm just gonna sit here in my safety.
Fantastic. I'm going to start pegging him with metal.
No. Those are nice dice.
You can't-
Those are-
You
What are
can't
these ones?
attack the works of Tolkien.
Yes, I can. Apparently, Tolkien was a nightmare to take walks with because he'd sit there and stare at every tree for like 20 minutes.
But he also is the genius who realized that linden leaves are lighter than other leaves.
Okay, so before
What?
Josh started being
Linden
weird,
leaves are lighter.
what
They fall slower.
what the hell was going on?
That's why he
I
always says
completely
as light as
lost
linden
where we
leaves.
were. Due to reasonable distraction, I hope. I hope you understand why that was distracting. Do not
No
You passed the sign.
poke me!
Here,
There
have
was
some,
no distraction.
have some air.
Are you tickling? Really?
Get
No.
your hands off of me!
There's a camera right there. And we ain't that type of show.
Here, we'll just.
I'm not
I
actually
actually
tickling
can't
her.
reach
I'm
that
just putting
far.
my hands near a ticklish
Get
point.
away! Get away!
Don't you guys love Lord of the
No.
Rings? I'm just kidding.
You'll settle down and be back in 2 minutes.
That's not possible. I don't know which one's not possible. Us settling down and you returning. Hopefully the first.
Hey, get back to bed!
You don't deserve the pen! You don't deserve the No!
Give. I will stop if you return pen. There you go. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck off.
It's fine.
No, I never promised I wouldn't continue. I just promised I would stop.
I know.
Hi, darling.
I'm seeing how many of Josh's pages I can play. Oh, come on, flip another one.
You gotta hit it in rhythm, man.
Oh, you almost got that one. You almost got that one.
You either gotta
Oh,
go
there you go.
pure power, or you gotta hit the certain rhythm to the notes.
Now you're Don't attack
See,
me.
there you go. You've got the power and the rhythm down, and now you can start flipping pages.
Eh,
Anyway,
You're a whore.
no, hun, I'm not. But guess who's the only one who can currently drive the vehicle that's here? Guess who refuses to learn how to drive the vehicle that's here?
Me.
You refuse to learn how to drive manual?
Yes.
Oh. Guess who else refuses to learn how to drive manual?
Me.
Not you! You can't be there twice! You only count for one slot.
Zach said he knows.
Oh, I thought I was
Yes,
good
I
for
know.
two.
I will ask Zach for
Except buy one,
if
get
I
one
am
free.
abandoned.
I thought I could buy one and then get the second one free.
No. There's no 2-for-1 deal here.
Oh, you're free.
And I can always just lock you out of the house.
I have a key.
Yeah, but you're not stronger than me. And I have chairs!
What you gonna do? Barricade the door?
Yes.
That seems like more effort than it's worth. Also, you
Picking
don't
up one
actually
chair.
have that much furniture.
Picking up one chair is not that much work.
That's fair. She might not be able to open the door with one chair. But
On.
it depends on how well the chair is wedged.
Yeah? Do you
I
not
don't know.
believe? Do you believe me incapable of wedging a
It
chair?
depends on the chair, not on the person.
Guys, do you think
I also
Zach
have
is
2
coming
by 4.
back?
2x4 would work.
I have 2x4 in the closet along with a saw that I can use to cut it to the perfect length to wedge the door. Off of the
Would you
Desk
actually
that is-
do that though?
depending.
You really that petty?
Not with my girlfriend. No.
That's what I thought.
Better not. Better.
Maybe. Considering.
We're just asking for it now.
I'm the only one on the lease. Hello, how are you enjoying being my guest?
Yeah.
I want my TV back.
You can have it as soon as you can get inside the house. And any windows will be charged to your accounts.
You don't have that information.
I will hunt you down.
What, for like a... For just the price of the window?
Do you know how expensive a window
Windows
is?
are pretty expensive. But
Particularly.
does it cost as much as the time you lose hunting someone down?
How long do you think it would take me to hunt her down?
Depends on how far away she runs.
Catch me in California with my relatives.
She has my car,
She has
The
the
only-
front runner
the front runner.
and the
Yes.
buses.
Those will get you someplace in Utah.
Yeah, you can go to the front runner station.
Yes.
The front runner goes
If she's trying
lots of
to
places.
simply avoid me, she could do that. If she's trying to avoid me and continue living, she would fail.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Unless she went all the way to her family or friends in another state.
That's fair.
I love you. I'm not locking you out of the house. I'm also not threatening you. I hope you're aware.
Mm-hmm. You're still a whore.
Stabbing him in the head with the tiara.
Ow.
He deserves it.
I do not deserve
The
it. I'm a
Kunta
pretty
Pretty Princess
princess.
now.
We're still on our bullshit. You coming back?
Josh is a whore.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Do that on your own time.
Josh looks like Sleeping Beauty. Can we talk about how Josh looks like Sleeping Beauty?
Huh?
Just the way your hair comes down in front, it looks like Sleeping Beauty. So
Am I
fall
animated?
asleep now.
Don't tell him that, he'll actually do it.
That's really hard to do on command. If someone walks up and says, fall asleep now, that's not something you can just be like, done.
You need to get into character. Sleeping.
Sleep.
I don't know what that is.
Neither do I.
The character.
I do notice that when I wake up in the morning and I get on my computer and I see you up and I'm like, Derek hasn't gone to bed yet.
No, I've gone to bed. My computer always says I'm on.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I only ever put it to sleep. I don't turn it off.
Hmm.
If your computer's like, let me rest.
Let me die! See, that's why I need, like, a load more RAM. So that my computer will be happy when I just constantly put it to sleep. And so it can run 2 instances of Minecraft at once with good graphics.
Minecraft, the most digitally intensive, simple game there is.
Imperium's pretty good too. It's Minecraft. Throw in space.
They had mods for that.
I know, but Imperium does it better. I've played the space mods. Galacticraft gets boring real quick. Advanced Rocketry has a very steep learning curve. Those are the only 2 good ones.
So we
I
have.
wasn't paying attention. What?
That's one of my actual fun when it came with the natural one.
We all died.
There's another one.
Asteroids fall, everybody dies.
So far, only 2 of
There's
us are
one.
dead.
They're rocks. They're just
Someone
really
survived.
big rocks.
Black hole reverses.
It explodes.
It's called reignition. Reignition.
Yep.
Reignition.
Doesn't usually happen.
It's never happened.
Exactly.
Because it's a
Because
wormhole.
How are you supposed to... Black holes are not wormholes.
The wormholes.
Those are totally different.
They're all wormholes.
Wormholes are when the universe folds in on itself. And that's only
Yes.
happened once.
They're all wormholes.
To get the Earth to its current place. That is the only time it's ever happened.
What?
There are lots of dimensions and things, and the easiest way to get the Earth from where it was to its current place was to fold the universe over.
What? What is it? What nonsense has people up now?
You don't want to know.
Huzzah!
I'm going to pretend I didn't see that.
Papa, pink.
If you break $1,000 computer, I won't kill you.
Against it? That's... yeah. Required.
I don't think I want to know.
You don't.
Of course it is. It's Gabby.
It's a comment about someone being a smut, and then the boyfriend was flicking tongue against cervix.
Why?
It's impossible.
That's right.
7 inches in, at least. Depending on the size of the woman. And it just has a picture of Venom underneath his tongue.
Sounds about right.
You gotta go with porn logic. So
What logic?
porn logic?
No, what logic?
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen the jokes about furry logic?
Fairy logic?
Furry
Oh,
logic.
fairy logic. Okay.
Much worse.
Fairy logic. Fuck you.
Basically.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, it's fuck you.
Most of the time it's not, though.
Well, sometimes it's fuck you to fuck you. By
If
the
you're
way,
really unlucky, it's let's have you for dinner.
oh god.
After like 30 years of indentured servitude.
Yeah,
Fairy's not very nice.
Or
30
torture.
years of your lifetime, not 30 years of real time.
30 years of Feywild time. It could be 30 days. It could be 30 minutes. It could be 30 centuries.
Yeah.
There is
Pick a number, any
in
number.
D&D, there is a guy who went in during medieval times, felt like 5 years had passed, came out, and it's fucking like sci-fi future, and he's just so fucking confused. It's like, shit.
At least you
This
can
is
kind of explain that though. If you're asking lots of questions and someone's like, "What happened to you, Feywild?"
Forsooth,
But what if they
does,
forgot about the Feywild?
what does all this shit do?
What, did you
Bro.
come from the Crusades?
See,
Yeah, right.
I did.
Go back to where you came from.
I can't. I tried.
Yeah, you can. I'm sure of it. Go.
Grabs your shoulder, takes you to fairy ring. Return me.
That's just Stonehenge. We've known about it for thousands of years.
It's the Feywilds.
It's Stonehenge.
Walk us in.
But then you realize all the rocks are tumbled over, so the fairy ring doesn't work anymore.
Fuck. Shit. When that happened?
About 3,000 years ago.
We've totally left D&D. I don't think we can recover it tonight.
I don't know either.
We tried.
We've gotten off topic too many times.
Hopefully we can be more concentrated next week,
Hopefully.
because, yeah, we did kind of take a long gap there by accident due to, one, somebody faking shit on my work side, and then Gabby's sickness.
Yep.
Well,
It's okay,
if we
we
want to
have
go to
26.
research some Egeth or
We're gonna read some books.
or
Read
some
some
moon
books.
gods.
Do you
We're
actually
gonna
want
get
to
an
research book?
education.
No,
The spider goddess?
no,
Who turns her worshippers into Drider?
no.
Bitch.
Pretty much, yeah.
I know.
The city's very much a mixed
Oh.
bag of people who worship very evil deities, and then people who worship forgotten deities, and those who worship the ones who are very against those evil deities. It's kind of like,
If they're from the Abyss, you should not have contact with them.
because they'll eat you.
They have nothing better to do. There's like an infinite number of Abyss gods. There's one for each layer of the Abyss, and there's infinite layers.
Most of them don't know about the outer world, though.
Yeah.
That's why you don't stand to the abyss, because then they will figure out that you exist.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to eat each other, like, well, you're just easy.
I can eat you without getting eaten myself.
Hey, look at that! You actually die.
You don't come back every time I kill you.
Yeah, please don't.
That's literally what Eastgard is.
What?
It's the eternal battlefield. Yeah. You died? Have another life.
Well, yeah.
Go fight more.
That's the best.
More battle.
That's the best.
That's where you gotta go when you die. It's Eastgard.
Well, at least we had D&D, even though at least
It existed.
50% of it
I
was
think-
off topic.
I think there was a D end. I don't think there was a second D.
I mean,
We got to the
as
dungeon.
far as I is the
Yeah,
whole
but we didn't get to the
planet done?
dragon.
Yes.
We didn't get to the dragon.
Sure we did. Black hole.
The dragon is him.
The dragon had better not be a black hole. I mean, the black hole had better not be a dragon. Right. Actually, no. I take it back. The first one is far worse.
Yeah.
The black hole sprouts win.
But what's worse, if the
Existence
dragon,
ending breath.
if the dragon
Negative 20 levels.
is a black hole, you thought it was a dragon, you go to its lair and there's a black hole.
Remember in Critical Role when Keyleth sticks her hands in the marble?
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is.
I send the fairy to. Oh no.
Yeah. That was pretty bad.
7. It's a 13.
Why continuing to roll my dice?
So, the question is, should we just end the stream here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Get
night.
anything else done.
I'm
See
cutting
you
it
next
then.
week, hopefully, maybe, probably.
Yes. We'll see